In today's Smart Money, we've seen some major turbulence in the financial world recently with news of failing banks, volatility, pension buyout offers, and higher taxes down the road. So what steps have you taken to help navigate all this uncertainty? ABC-7 financial contributor Brian Mirau, founder and president of Mirau Capital Management, joins me now. Brian, anytime there's turmoil in the financial world, people are sure to have questions about whether their own money is as safe as they thought. So what do you tell people who are worried about how their money's positioned?
Well, Mark, happy to be here today. And, depending on where your money is held, determines if it's safe or if it's not, But when speaking on money held at the bank, anything $250,000 or less is insured by the FDIC. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Now, nearly all banks are FDIC insured, so that does give us assurance that our money is safe and protected by the federal government. Now, if you have more than $250,000 in a bank, you may want to consider taking some precautions. Now, remember that this is per person, so if you have a joint account, you are insured up to $500,000.
Brian, what causes bank failures like the one we most recently saw with Silicon Valley Bank?
Well, bank failures can happen for a variety of reasons. The recent SVB failure was ultimately caused by its investors losing confidence in their bank and wanting to pull their money out. Now, when companies and people make a run all at once to get their money out, the bank can't pay it. This causes it to fail. Bank failures are actually more common than you think on most normal years, and a handful of banks can fail.
All right, for investors in the market who are worried about volatility and being exposed to too much risk, what are some of the safer options for their money?
Well, anytime we have major financial news like this, it can cause markets to go sideways. Now, markets have been reacting to the news, and I don't think this current bank failure is much cause for concern. However, I do think you should be aware of safe investments available right now. With interest rates as high as they are, you can take advantage of CDs. There's lots of 4% and 5% CDs out there right now, and very much worth looking at if you're worried about the stock market. Now, also investments like annuities are very good right now. Different types of annuities can give you upside market growth with no downside risk. I think that's something worth looking into. I look at both of these options when it comes to my clients on a regular basis.
So describe your process for helping someone analyze what's going on with their money to make sure they're safe and on track with their financial goals. I know this is really important for those who are in retirement or nearing retirement, right?
Yeah, Mark, absolutely, you're right. And you must have a game plan for your retirement, and a big part of that is being balanced and making sure that you're comfortable with the amount of risk in your investments. Part of our process is running what we call a retirement analyzer, and this tool allows us to look at many elements that may have an impact on your retirement picture. And these include things like taxes, inflation, unnecessary fees, and market risk. And the risk analysis is part of the tool that we can show you how much risk you have in your portfolio and see if that matches your risk tolerance. And Mark, one more thing. We are offering today a free complimentary copy of my new book entitled Smart Money for the Backside of Life for anyone wanting to set up a visit.
And all you have to do is text RETIRE to 915-233-2904 for more information. Again, the number 915-233-2904. Text the word RETIRE. And you can also visit the website online at miraucapital.com/TV. Brian Mirau, as always, thanks for coming on.
Mark, thank you for having me today.